His name's Rhapsody. My name's Sneaky Teak, and this is Rhaps and Teak Take a Peek. This week, tested on humans, Escape Room. I'll explain what that game is, but before I do, Rhapsody, how are you doing? Hello.
Excellently, Teak. Thank you for asking.
Good. Good.
I don't even have anything to expand upon it other than how are you?
Some weeks are just good, you know, and that's and just we don't need to make them bad by trying to overanalyze why they're good. Sometimes they're just good weeks. That's I'm with it. That's how I feel today, actually, too.
Actually, we will get to the intro in just a second, but on that subject specifically,
Game will come.
I found this last week. I had a day that was a great day. It was fine. It was a comfortable day. And at the end of the day, I noticed that I was starting to feel sadder. And I couldn't identify why. And then I just sat down with the emotion, trying to get a little bit more in touch with, get a bit more in touch with myself, as much as that might sound a little masturbatory.
We always go on.
Yeah. But what I came to the conclusion of was my brain was trying to find something that would make me feel bad. I could hear or see in my mind's eye this kind of Rolodex of, this has made you feel bad before, you want to think about this right now? And I'm like, that doesn't affect me right now. Well, that's resolved. That's completely fine. Well, okay. This one.
You were just super immune. That's funny.
Exactly. But I should have been immune to those things. None of them were weighing me down at all. None of them represented a problem. 8 years ago, I had a conversation where I said the wrong word in an instance. I've been knocking myself in the head ever since, right? This is not relevant to this instance. However,
I have a story about my partner. Remind me later about the 8 years ago thing.
Will do. However, what I think I came to the conclusion of is when those things happen, when those things come into mind, and when those start to create stress or start to create kind of like more of a panic response, as I am prone to, they also flood the body with adrenaline. And there is part of me that has been thinking, maybe my body is so used to having that much adrenaline, or that kind of like consistent injection of a little bit of adrenaline at a time, that maybe it's trying to find a way to make me feel bad to trigger that
to put
response.
You into fight or flight. That's funny.
And I don't know if like that's necessarily a psychological phenomenon. Obviously, I'm not a scientist. I'm not a brain doctor. But
what do I look like? A humanologist?
What do I look like? A humanologist? No, it's on a postcard. But
no.
It started to make me think specifically about a removed locus of power over my emotion, right? And specifically, I was thinking about it because I was talking a lot recently, or I was reading a lot recently about the microbe gut system and how little is understood about it, and how broad and drastic its effects can be, including over things such as mood.
Fascinating.
Deeply fascinating. And
the idea that we may be colonial organisms is, we think of that as being reserved for like types of fungi. We don't think of mammals as being in some way species colonial, but we are.
We are. We deeply are. And we can see more and more research coming out about the kinds of effects that it actually has, these kind of like large impact effects. But I found like the decoupling of, I feel bad, here's an identifiable reason, that is why I feel bad, therefore I should continue to exist in this space and feel bad. I found the decoupling of those has actually been really, really useful, because now I'm starting to think more in terms of something that's been told to me by psych professionals before, of like, maybe analyze where that feeling is coming from, maybe kind of be able to decouple yourself from it a little bit and realize that it's not actually a deep concern.
Right.
I found that very, very useful recently, specifically.
That's awesome. Wow, I feel like I should have pulled up a chair and like put a bonfire up or something, because I feel very warm by this experience of, I really take a lot of genuine pleasure from other people telling me about their own journey of learning about themselves, of coming to understand themselves, and of kind of growing as individuals and growing in terms of their kind of, you know, personal enlightenment, the progress through Maslow's hierarchy or whatever. So on it, literally same conversation with Bevsies today about the difference between, some people call these type 1 or type 2 decisions, but the difference between reversible and irreversible decisions. And the realization that 99% of the things we do don't really matter because they're reversible. We can change them. So you don't need to spend a lot of emotional energy on them because you can do something else later. It's really the same idea of not getting caught up on the milieu, right? The nitty gritty. So cool. Good
and
on you.
With respect to 8 years ago, a comment.
I'll tell. Okay, let me intro the game.
Sure.
And then as we start to look around, I'll find an opportunity to tell this story, because it's another good, like, how does the brain do? So this game is tested on humans. It is an escape room. Rhapsody and I were talking before we turned the cameras on, and we were like, we want to do something different. We want to throw a curveball, you know, and we've actually lined up, and I won't spoil them for you, but we've lined up like over a dozen games. We theoretically have games for literally over 3 months for this series, covering more ground, and that's been a stated objective for us before we even began, was to not pigeonhole ourselves in a specific genre. We want to explore the full space of games that explore novelty and joy and learning and a deep opportunity for us to engage together, right? And so it's still limited by those things, right? Like we're not playing Destiny 2 because, as much as I love the kind of FPS, it robs us of the chance to play together. And so obviously roguelites, and specifically turn-based roguelites, are things that have less time constraint, work really well because we can play together. But so do escape rooms, so do puzzle games. There's actually quite a long list of games that work well for this. And so this week we're doing an escape room, and we had previously done this in kind of our, what would we call it, like the Onsen episode, the between series episodes and Ladder Streak.
I think I called them the off-season episodes.
Off-season, yeah. Anyway, this one's tested on humans escape room, and the Steam description is, you are the test subject. In this dark environment escape room, you have to solve various puzzles to escape from the research center where you are trapped. Can you find out how you got there and escape? This one's single player, so it won't be quite like the off-season where we're both playing with different perspectives, right? It's not asymmetrical. But we'll both see the same screen, and so we'll engage together. And that's all I know. That's the extent of my knowledge.
Similarly, all I know, I caught maybe 10, 15 seconds of it on a stream before I was like, oh, this seems like a good idea. I need to now stop watching. Deeply saddened.
You have to be careful. It's like, it's hard because you don't want to lose the content, but I also have promised myself not to let that like control me. To where I don't want to get to the point to where I look at games and I'm like, no, I can't waste this content. But definitely Take a Peek has made me conscious of games that, you know, I may want to discover via this series. So
definitely. Now, as typically happens at the start of the episodes, the menu is pretty bare bones. Not really many accessibility options in there except for subtitles. Whoa, my camera just did a weird one.
It's a dark escape room.
You having a bad day, bud? What's going on here? 1 second, please. And the camera is fixed. You were in midway through something. I hope you remember what it was.
We were just gonna dive in. I was joking that this was the escape room leaking. It's go time.
Thankfully, this one was a relatively easy solution of just toggling the webcam back on and off.
Again? Oh no, I have to get out of here.
So wake up, Alex, again. Oh no, I have to get out of here. Actually, I'm gonna also quickly just pop the music a bit down to make space for the talking. So again, is this the second time that we've been entrapped in some sort of an escape room?
Oh, I see what you're saying. They said specifically the word again. Interesting. I don't know. Okay, colored gears.
Okay, it seems like we can click ourselves into different puzzle vistas by going to each of these individual things.
These puzzles seem discrete too. Sometimes, you know, they're interrelated, but it looks like they're actually separate mostly. Like the bed has some pieces of paper that we can move around to make a full right? Like it's supposed to be. They're all supposed to fit.
Mm-hmm. Something is
Oh.
apparently missing here, so
But
it
it
doesn't
won't let
want us
you
to
grab and
continue
move them?
interacting. No.
Interesting.
Okay, so it's
Okay.
constraining the way you solve it a little bit more, but obviously, like a mechanical implementation of an escape room is going to have some ways that it limits your own interactions because,
Right.
you know,
It's
something is
it's not
missing
a
here as
tabletop
well.
RPG.
Exactly.
Right. Yeah.
Wake up, Alex. Literally just gives us that information. There's nothing
and I don't see
non-standard
anything
about any of
else.
these texts. Yeah.
Yeah.
It seems like this
Okay.
is probably the start position, right? Order these books in terms of their semicircle.
Oh. Interesting. Ah, smart.
1, 2, 3, and
Trois.
4.
Did we win?
I
winning.
believe so. This one says books below it, so I imagine
Okay.
that's probably matching back to the previous one as
Now
well.
colors. Blue, green, yellow.
Blue,
Red.
green, yellow, red. Yes.
Yeah.
Let's turn. Wait. Ah, okay. So you're just plugging them in. Blue, green, yellow, red.
Okay. And now flush.
The side of it opened, giving us a fuse for the other one. Okay, yeah. So they are interrelated
Nice.
in that once you solve one, it will give you the ability to move to the next
The
one.
piece to start the next, right?
Although it
Pretty,
does.
the first one pretty linear though.
Exactly. It seems like it is going to be
15.
extremely linear for 15. Wait,
Yeah.
that just gives us a lock. Interesting.
Okay. So there must be like we're creating the number 15 somehow. I wonder if this is a magic square.
Well, these two are 15 by themselves and then 9, but I can't move 9 or
Can't
8.
move any of those.
Can't move any of the defaults. So a single line amassing to 15, or maybe the diagonals don't have to amass to 15. It's just each individual line.
Mm-hmm.
Right. So
Try
we've got
then
11.
a 4 up top left if it'll let you.
Yes.
Okay.
4, and then
8, 4, 12, 3 in the middle left. I'm guessing that this is what is called a magic square.
Okay. Oh wait, that's just the undo button. Got it.
Mm-hmm.
So is the magic square also down, or is it just the across?
Also downs. And I actually thought the diagonal was supposed to be a thing too, but I think you're right that this is showing us the rule by having the diagonal, which is the diagonal doesn't have to add up to 15, right?
Mm-hmm. 6, 1, and then 5, and then 3.
Yeah. Now what? Bon, there's our piece.
That's our piece.
It's kind of like, have you ever seen the there's special versions of Sudoku to where they either add or subtract rules. Like I've seen one to where the diagonal had to also be 1 through 9.
Mm-hmm.
And you would think that this makes it significantly harder, but it actually makes it significantly easier. You've constrained your problem, right? So when you add this rule, you can have a map that starts with like 2 numbers, and it's actually totally solvable.
Mm-hmm. It's super, super neat, and obviously the magic square is a really good way of demonstrating specifically the reasoning why there.
Looks like it starts with the 0, 2, and the one that's in the middle goes 1 left. But will it not let you shuffle? Oh, it will. Good.
Oh, I just have to
you
put them down on the board. Got it.
Got you.
Wait, hang on. Do I?
Oh, cute. I don't know if we end up back up top or if we're just lining them up for now.
Oh, it's 2 different lines.
Yeah. I actually think those 2 on the right are the top and the bottom are swapped on the far right.
Top and bottom is swapped on the far right. Ah, yes.
Yeah.
Right. There we go. Oh, that did not.
2, 1, 5 and 4, 3.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
That's going
And
to be our
now,
way.
presumably,
out here.
that's our code.
215 middle and
wasn't-
43 on the bottom.
Oh, weird.
Oh,
Weird.
it's order. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. No? 2, 1,
maybe
5,
it's
3, 4.
maybe you press to this first or the second, then the first, then the fifth on the top row. Oh, what did you do?
Oh, sorry. Yeah, of course, it wasn't making the sound on your side. You don't get the audio cues. There are audio cues for your sake when a puzzle is completed successfully, so we'll just know by default when it's completed successfully. I just went and clicked them in the order 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I must have just messed it up the first time.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Like you pressed you pressed locations.
Yes.
1, 2. I see.
I initially attempted to hit them like 2 times the button mark 2 and then 1 and then 5, but it gave me the and it
That's
reminded
smart.
me of all of the different puzzles where, you know, almost every platformer or puzzler has a puzzle at one point where you have to do things in a sequential order, and if you get one of them out of order, it just resets all of the other things back.
Yep.
And as soon as it gave me the I was like, oh, okay, I know.
I know exactly what to do. Yeah.
Ooh. So interestingly, we have Alex, Knox, Cleo, John, Adam, Mike, Edna, and Maya. All of these are 4-letter names. I don't know if that's going to contribute in any fashion, but...
A puzzle in a puzzle. Okay. The circles room.
Yeah. Oh, they're sides of die. 2, 6,
Oh.
3,
Oh, wow.
1,
You're right.
4. Which means 5 would have been this door.
Okay. Oh, and maybe we need to figure out the order of the rooms. Yeah.
Possibly.
So we know, and then 0. And then we've got a bunch of puzzles to do. Okay. Cool. Oh, what is this?
I think I know this one.
I think I know this game too, but what is it? You know what? This, okay. So this is telling you how many there are in the columns and how many there are in the rows, and then you have to solve them outright. There's a pixel art game that kind of does this. What's it called? Crap. Watched a lot of it. It's the same kind of thing. It gives you numbers for the columns and numbers for the rows, and you need to figure out which pixels to fill in. Actually, there's another game that did something kind of like this, but it was a mini game in the Pokemon trading card game for Game Boy, which is very weirdly stuck in my memory.
There's a mod for Slay the Spire at the moment called Spire Arcade. I think it was the mod collaboration from this last year. That has a event where you get a bunch of different mini games you get to play, and they give you a reward based on it. One of them is solving a puzzle, like a Rubik's Cube. One of them is solving
Nice.
Not a Sudoku, but anyway, one of them is like this.
It's similar to this. Okay.
Yes. Although in that one, the the possibilities aren't exclusive, so you can just fail it because there are 3 possible solutions and you guessed the wrong one.
Oh no! Wah wah. That's
okay.
Oops.
So this 3 with a 1 across here, we see 1 already in that row. We see 3 up here. It can't have 1 more here because the 1 constrains, so 3 have to go down in that pattern. I'm uncertain about the rest of these. 2 of them need to be in this line, and then 2 of them need to be in these.
You were right on the top because the 5 only has 5 options because of the zeros. Yeah.
Good point, well made.
You're gold.
Which means we
just have to place the 3, which is bottom left. Yeah. This falls out very naturally.
Ooh. Another puzzle piece for us.
So I heard something. I'm trying to remember where I read this. 1, 2, 3 in. But the suggestion was that before trying to make a video game, an aspiring game designer should first make a toy. And actually, I got to play some games recently that were effectively toy games. And the more games I play, the more I think that's true. Because when you make a toy, you learn how to make something that's just fun to manipulate. Simply fun to play with. And there's certainly a lot of games that, like, ostensibly are really good ideas and have interesting systems, but perhaps could have used a little more toy. So I like escape rooms because they're kind of all toy, right? It's just a bunch of toys.
Exactly. Definitely true. They're like, if you took a puzzle game and focused more on the toy aspect of it than any other. Okay, so we've got the 6. Well, the sides of a die always add up to 7, so 4 is opposite 3.
Good call.
So this
Assuming
is
that that's
5,
holding.
3. That's
Which
true.
it looks like it is.
1,
Yeah, 2 and
2,
5.
5. Yeah.
Perfect.
Ooh.
So while you're exploring some of these other rooms, here's this story, the 8 years ago story. So my wife has a very guilty conscience. And she told me not too long ago this story, and it was incredible. She was like, Teak, when I was 7 years old, I went to a unnamed taco fast food restaurant. Taco place. Taco Gong. And
Liberty Taco.
Liberty Taco. And I got, taco dish. And then when I was done, I went and I threw all of my stuff away. All of my stuff. And as I was leaving, I noticed that other people were taking the plastic tray and placing it on top of the trash can. And I have harbored deep guilt for 2 decades about throwing away this plastic tray. And I was like, Pepsi's, you have to let go of Taco Gong tray. It's okay. It's like it wasn't the right thing to do, but it was an honest mistake. You got to let go of Freedom Taco. It's okay.
Yeah.
So that was when you were talking about the 8 years ago thing, I immediately thought of that story because it's just hilarious to me how long that's been kicking around in her, belfry, her proverbial guilty conscience.
Those are the exact kinds of things that exist in the Rolodex that my brain goes through when it's
Really?
like, is this going to make you feel, no, this one, no, this
You
one?
threw that tray away. And you didn't dig it out. And
Some
you should
work, I
feel
had to do
bad.
that eventually.
Mm-hmm.
It legitimately happens consistently. I think it's kind of like a relatively universal experience, but obviously everyone has a different threshold for it.
Yeah.
Search for the blue circles. X plus 2, Y,
they're
X
right
plus
there.
Y.
I can see them.
Interesting.
There's 4 of them.
So these match the grid that we have outside, which I think means we need to define a X and a Y that would be able to join together to make one of these numbers, as well as the X plus 2 would generate one of these numbers.
I see what you're saying. Yeah.
So
Well, is this just every number?
1, 2,
1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah.
Yes.
There's nothing missing. It's just 1 through 17. 1
Which
through 16.
Okay, so if X plus Y are
And what are the numbers? X, Y,
in there.
X plus 2, and X plus Y.
Mhm.
Okay.
So the maximum X plus Y would be 16, but it can't be because that'd be X plus X, so 15, so
Needs to be odd.
8, 7. And I mean, we could just construct it out of that, right? Make that 8 and 7. This might actually have multiple different solutions, and it's just based on what you do. So search for the blue 8. Oh, so we have to do this in order as well. So we have to hit 8, 10, 7, and then 15.
Okay.
1,
8,
2, 3,
and 7, 15.
8, 10, 7. That
Do you have, like-
was incorrect, apparently?
Is there some other variable here that's missing? Because there's multiple solutions to this.
Mm-hmm.
This is a fairly unconstrained problem. It needs like a multiplication problem in there or something.
Yes. It doesn't appear to have any such.
Is it trying to tell us that they all need to be on the same row? Is it saying find a row that has this?
Good point. I
9,
don't think any row can.
8, 4. I'm looking for a row that has X plus 2, right? And you're right. It can't be a given row. What if it's each row needs one of the numbers? Right? Like one of them is in the top, then bop bop bop.
Mm-hmm.
That I could imagine that being a thing.
Okay, so we find an X in the first space and then an X plus 2 in the second. No such exists. There is
Well, there would be
nothing.
8 and 10 as we did.
Oh,
Yeah.
yes, sorry. 8 and 10. And then in the next line,
A
we
new
would
Y.
find a 5 and then 13.
13.
8, 10, 5, 13.
8, 10, 5, 13. Try that.
Good thinking. Doesn't wait. It was start there and then hug the left. Yeah, it was start there and hug the left.
Yeah.
That's an
Yeah.
incorrect solution.
Okay. What are we missing?
So it gave me the fail one step later than it did previously.
Where did it fail you?
On the final.
Really? Are we not good at math?
8 and 5 is... I'm almost certain
13, I
most of
agree.
the time that becomes 13.
I'm pretty sure, except for in very strange spaces. As you approach the speed of light, it may not be 13, but here it should be.
I did forget to mention I am in an interstellar vessel right now. I am moving at a significant percentage of the speed of light.
That is shocking. Do you want to come back to this room? Maybe there is actually something in another room that's relevant here.
Sure. It seems like Mike is another situation we've seen prior, so it's room 6.
Do I need to go get like a notepad for these rooms so I can remember what their numbers are? What the dice rooms?
I don't think we'll need to because we can just glance on the outside. 6.
Oh, right.
2.
You're right. 2.
Yeah.
3. Nice. Smart.
John seems to have a simple wall puzzle here called the Unseen Face.
Okay.
Oh!
Green.
Unseen face, and we're talking about die. So it's the face that's not seen in all of the previous rooms. So it's literally 6, 2, 3, 5.
5. 6, 2, 3, 5. Nice. Nice. Good thing we were just thinking about that.
Pew.
Bingo.
Ah, there you go.
Okay. This is... There you go. There you go. So now we know where they are in. Okay. And then
4,
the
3,
top will define what order.
4, 3, 7, 6. So it's 4, 3, 7, 6. Well,
because the order matters. The order matters,
oh,
right?
right.
We need to do
4,
X.
6, 3, 7.
Mm-hmm.
4, 6, 3, 7.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's wrong. It's 4, 6, 3, 7.
Nice. Nice. You see this?
Good thinking.
I'm trying to get better at this. I'm really bad at let's move on and come back because I get into like, I've got to solve it. But sometimes you literally can't. And in the other cases, maybe you can, but you're being inefficient by trying to fixate so much. Like you just give your brain 2 minutes to slow down and then you end up solving it, right?
Yeah, honestly, I was about to specifically applaud your forcing to move on a little bit there.
Oh,
because
thank you.
Something I often do in games like this is I mentioned this when we were in the off season, but I'll lay it down because we're doing something that's very puzzle based right now.
Totally.
My first approach to a puzzle is always find all of the interactable pieces that are involved in this puzzle.
Right.
I want to know all. I want to bound this puzzle. Right? And in that previous puzzle, we knew that there had to be a possibility of multiple solutions, and then we also weren't being given additional information that would give us any narrowing of the viable solutions for it. So that is the point at which I should have, based on my own kind of like approach to these things, typically gone, well, we're clearly missing something, we must move on and come back. But I was stuck on it a little bit.
Oh, but we're both naturally fairly obsessive, I think, right? You know, we gotta take the game deeper. This says don't use maths. No maths.
Nothing on the backside. 7 becomes 4, 8 becomes 7, and it's always from the kind of digital representations of themselves to a more serif representation. 6 and 9 both become 6, and negative becomes 1.
Oh, that's a... Yeah, I didn't even notice anything. I thought it was nothing becomes 1, but you're right. There's a little hyphen there. It's negative, or it's just an empty space.
All right, so I think that is the main puzzles in this area, right? We've done
we did
all of those.
We did all 4. You're right.
We see a digital representation of a 5 as well as a 7 and a 6. So we've located some interactable pieces here. You can also see through there.
Some cards in there, nice.
Some cards in there add up to a total of 15. Club, diamond, And then a spade thereafter.
Ah, 6 on the wall.
Oh, yeah. Oh, and the 0 back there as well.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
5-2. So not the diary. Don't trust the guards.
So, what is this telling us to do, though? I'm like, is it just an ordering? 8 to 7, 7 to 4,
Maybe.
9 to 6, 6 to 6, 5 to 5.
Maybe, but harkening back to the thing that I'd previously laid out, I think we don't have all of the constraints there, and
Yeah,
it's time to
I
go
agree,
find something
I agree.
else.
We should explore. I agree.
Something's missing for an entry there.
Can we go in these rooms? Oh, 74 minus 23 does equal 3. That's true. At the speed of light.
Oftentimes.
Mm-hmm.
Don't use maths.
Green. Oh! Do you think that this is... We use the don't trust the guards here as a key for this?
I think so.
It's
but
not a
there's
minus.
no-
It's a 1. It's a 1. It's not... Right? You see what I'm saying? If you... Okay, so it says minus goes to 1. It's not a minus. It's not math. It's actually just a... It's just a cipher.
It's how many spaces there are in its pictorial representation.
Yeah, yeah.
That's why 6 and 9 are the same.
Mm-hmm. Wait, what?
So the 7 is
Oh.
represented with 4 different lines, and it translates into a 4. So we're not using mathematics whatsoever. Also, the minus
Nice,
is a 1.
nice.
Because it's represented by only 1.
Because... Nice.
Okay, so we figured out the
So this
cipher
is
from that, which means
4,
this...
4, 1, 5, 5, 2, 5. Let's go, baby. Let's go. First try, baby.
Hell yeah!
Nice. Yo, clever thinking with the lines. I had only got to dash equals 1. I wonder,
I'll tell you,
did we actually have all of the characters on our key?
we didn't
or
know. We
did
had
we
to
need to-
surmise from it because this doesn't have a 4 on.
Mhm. Yeah, you're right. You're right.
Although I'll tell you exactly why I solved that is because of a riddle that I'd seen a long time ago, and it was a riddle that is done in person. And it's done with
Okay.
matchsticks, and you set out
Okay.
matchsticks in a specific pattern on the table, right? And
Right,
you
right.
consistently try to draw attention to whoever you're presenting the riddle, the number of matchsticks, but you don't
Yep.
tell them that the number is what's important. You're just like laying out matchsticks, you know?
Yeah, yeah.
And then you ask them, can you remove only 1 matchstick and leave 10? But if they remove the matchstick from the right area, they will leave the pictorial representation of 10, not 10 matchsticks. And everyone's like, oh, I guess if I pick up a matchstick and then blow one away, no, you can only remove 1, right? Everyone's trying to think
Yeah,
of these
yeah,
physical
yeah.
solutions to get the number,
Yeah.
but it's the pictorial representation, and it specifically lines up with the digital
funny.
representation because they're straight lines.
Yep. From like 18 to...
We have this. In and
Yo,
out.
you're right.
So 1, 2, 3 are
out,
in.
1, 2, 3 in.
Yeah.
Do we just try doing 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3? I think that this is a 2-part key. I think we need one more piece. I think
I agree.
yeah. Oh, okay, so we've got some file drawers. Not openable.
I think they're CRT monitors.
Oh, you're right. You're right.
Oh.
Sorry, as it said, the puzzle room is dark.
So the ace of clubs is equal to 7.
Got it.
So we're
Assuming
getting from
that's
there.
assuming that these are just additive, which I think is a pretty fair assumption.
Because if it was multiplicative, like 3s
Then
would get
you
you
can't do it.
27.
This is
That's
not
the
a this
closest
is not a
you can
cube. Yeah. It's not an
Notice the
integer cube.
Guardians. Would you like to read our Notice the Guardians?
Guardian. Patients are taking a new experimental medication that can cause violent behavior and acoustic or visual hallucinations. Be careful. Okay.
A little bit of an unreliable narrator being introduced here.
4132. We've got a little Simon Says green, yellow, blue, red.
With an X next to each of the numbers, which makes me feel like it's the amount of times you press them. But
Right.
is this as simple as
1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 1, 2, 3, 2.
It gave
That
me a
was
beep at the
successful.
end, but it wasn't successful.
Oh, interesting. So maybe it's like there's an ordering to it.
The ordering
That's the
has to
number
be
of-
the colors.
Yeah. Okay. We'll come back. We'll find it. We've got more card things.
We'll come back in just
15.
1 sec, because I want to see if it's actually harkening back to a previously solved puzzle, which would be rad as hell. Is it green, blue, yellow, red? Green... Wait, was that green, blue,
Wait.
red? It was blue, green,
No,
yellow, red.
Blue, green,
My
yellow,
God.
red. I was thinking about that too.
Good thinking.
To go
good
back
thinking.
to it though. Blue, green, yellow, red.
Nope.
Okay. Okay. That would have been a nice like pay attention moment. Well, and it doesn't even necessarily have to be 4 in a row, right? Like it may just be telling us you press this 4 times total, but it could be mix and matched.
Mm-hmm.
So we have ace of clubs is 7, and then what else? What is this?
Yeah, let's start working on that one. So the ace of clubs is 7, and then there are 2 other aces that total to 8 to make 15.
And then there's another set of cards in the other corner.
That's over here.
13.
Oh, actually, hang on. We know that
Oh.
diamond and spade make 8. So diamond and spade make 8, which means that
means that's
the
5.
heart has to be 5.
Ace of clubs 7, ace of hearts 5, and now we just need to find diamond and spades. Is there somewhere else where there's info?
Is that one there?
I can't get
Oh, there
this
is!
song out of my head. Okay, good. Good.
So we know hearts.
Oh, 714. Okay, so it's 6. Ace of diamonds is 6, which means the spade is 2. 7 clubs, 5 hearts, diamonds 6, spade 2.
7 clubs, diamonds 6, hearts 5, spade 2. Well done.
Bingo, baby. I remembered 4 numbers. That is the extent of my short-term memory, so do not ask me to remember 5 numbers. Okay, I can do 4.
It went way over mine. I was so glad that you'd repeated them. Okay, we have a cipher for something. This one's pretty clear. Character values for A through Y. These also appear to have been printed by a typewriter in the same way as the text in the Don't Trust the Guards, Don't Use Maths.
And in and out, right? All this stuff is kind of typewriter-y.
Also true.
Oh, no, this one's not typewriter-y. This is the digital style, isn't it?
Ish. But you can see the
Yeah.
fraying kind of decay edges of them is represented here as
nice.
well. So it might be the numbers. Oh no, it's different, right? Because this one is more sans serif than this. Okay.
Okay, so where does that point to? Where else do we have letters? There's somewhere else. There was one other thing in this room, no? That was lettered? Somewhere. Or am I-
There's the CRT monitors, and then there's also this cell
this.
surveillance system. That appears to be covering something right now.
Oh. Okay. A, B, C, D, E, F. 1, 2, 3, 4 are our options and direction for all of these. But that's... And then... Are these just binary? On and off kind of situation? Yep. Cells greater than 9. Going upward. U.
So this is a top-down map of where the cells were. It's saying you when that's the cell that I was locked in and we're in the
That's a
guard
little
booth.
weird. Well, it didn't. No, it said "Wake up, Alex" again. So it may be this may be a self-aware escape room,
Mm.
right?
Entirely possible. Cells greater than 9. It has a pictorial representation here of height, perpendicular height to the ground.
Or greater than 9 up. Maybe we go back out and look at the cells and see if there's anything that we can differentiate about them.
Let's definitely do it.
They have names. And that may be relevant. Oh, I know the answer here. Do you know what it is? Do you see it?
Tell us.
Yeah. We just picked up this piece of paper. We just need to add up the values of the four-word name. Four letter. It's letters. And any of them that have a value greater than 9, based on adding their letters with this cipher, those ones will be on.
So anyone that has 2 A's in their name is already passed because it's 10, right? So that means Adam and Maya have both passed instantly.
Smart.
Mike, M-I-K-E.
Oh yeah, what are the things that give...
M-I-K-E! I'm going to forget the words and the letters in Mike. Okay, this totals to 8.
Okay, so hold up. There's some basic math here, right? Unless somebody has 3 E's and I's, which nobody does, you need at least one of A and O. And if you have one of A and O, then you will need at least one of E or I, and you pass. Or is it greater than 9, or is it greater than or equal to
9? Greater than 9.
It said greater than 9. Okay.
So
Then
Adam
in
already
that case-
passes.
Yep.
Edna
doesn't pass, actually. That's 9. No, that's 10.
No, it's 10.
5, 3, 10. Yeah. Yeah. 1, 1. Okay.
Maya
math
instantly
was good
passes.
before.
So Adam, Edna, and Maya on this side pass.
Pass.
Alex.
Pass. A&E.
Well done. Nox
Fail.
fails. Cleo fails. Wait,
What's
does
the
Cleo
other
fail?
one next
No,
to A?
Cleo doesn't
No,
fail.
O.
It's O.
O is good.
Yeah. So Alex and
Cleo pass. John fail.
John fail.
So it's you and Cleo, and then on the other side it's everyone but the top. Everyone but Mike.
Perfect. This is super cool, actually.
It is.
I'm really digging this.
I'm assuming. Do you think up on or?
Oh, they're the ones up, right? That's the up is that's what it's trying to depict. Then
Maybe. Nice. I just always, because of switches, I always think up is pass, right? 1, 0. Yes, no. True, false.
Okay, so this is giving us the ordering of the buttons over here, I have to imagine, and when this peels off, we'll see the others. We could brute force the solution, just doing each of the different one here, but that deprives us of a puzzle, Teak.
Yeah, exactly.
Security cameras. So this is going to be tied over here again, which means we're back to the in and out puzzle.
Oh, you're right. What are we missing here? 1, 2, 3, in, 4, 5, 6, out. Is it just saying that in to out is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6? Like 6 is the outside and 1 is the inside? Oh, wait, there's numbers on the walls. There's numbers in here. There's a 6 right there. And there's a 7 and a 5. So we just need to see where the numbers are.
I'm not pairing these. 5, 7, 6. There's a 5 and a 0 and a 6 out there.
I'm thinking that it's like 5, 7, and 6 are inside the guard room. And 5, 6, and 0 are outside the guard room. And then we need to order them in some way.
Oh.
And I think it's literally like as we're looking at them, left to right. We do the ins and then we do the outs.
Yep. 5, 0, 6. Yeah, okay.
5, 7, 6. But which order? Ins first? Nice. Oh, the drawers of powerful color. Have we seen this dome? Oh, it's okay.
It
This-
can't be
we think
number
this
of
is the answer to-
vertices.
But this is the answer to the security cameras thing, right?
Yes.
Is it just number of lines? Like straight lines?
Why did I think of vertices first? Yes. So
Or it
it's
curves,
3,
I
2,
guess.
4,
Yeah.
3, 4,
3,
1.
4, 1. Yeah.
3.
3, 2, 4, 3, 4, 1, I think is what we said. Let's go. Okay, we've got our next rule.
Okay, so you
Sir.
could not brute force it because it's not all 4 of them.
Yeah, it's blue, red, blue, red. And there you go.
It's a clever anti-brute force.
That's why you got the sound, because we were doing blue, red at the end when we were. Nice. We got a ticket up top. When are we going to take this coffee? Like, presumably we can just throw it in the microwave. It's probably fine.
Almost certainly. It definitely doesn't look like it's been here since the Harding administration.
This is like a post-war relic. It's all hardened.
It's got unnatural shadows that I might
This-
expect from an antique.
It's actually a life form. This is prey. The coffee is gonna sprout legs at
Run!
any moment.
Run! God, Prey was such a good game.
I need to play it. It's on my list of blind spots. I know. I've watched more content about it than I have played by infinity.
Have you had like story beats spoiled for you? Don't worry, I'm not about to get into story beats.
Only the very beginning, like kind of how it sets up and some of the kind of central conceit.
Mhm.
But like middle and ending, nothing. More than anything, I've seen it given as a great example of just good game design and like features that feel good and give you a lot of expression and
Yes.
yeah.
There are a lot of things in Prey that I think the easiest summation for me, talking about it in terms of like games design and interesting things, for a AAA project, Prey took a lot of interesting design risks that I really wish that a lot of other people would take.
Yeah. Okay.
So
So
I
now we're
imagine
in a hospital room.
Yes, in terms of meta game design, I imagine what we've just done is this is kind of tutorial, and now we've unlocked level.
Yeah. I bet you're right.
Okay. Hours/minutes start to end.
Okay, I bet we have to walk around the room and look at the patient sheets. We have spoken with the director, and he has finally reduced the shifts to 9 hours. Taking care of these lunatics is exhausting. Okay, 9-hour shifts. 50 milligrams?
You
Yikes.
need to be a little more specific than that, I'm pretty sure. Nurse! 50 milligrams stat!
About that? Give or take.
Round, squirt a little out at the top, and then also get a bit more back in. Squirt that out as well. I don't know, just around there. Eyeball it.
It's art.
Don't worry about the
medicine
parallax
is mostly
error.
art. Yeah.
Patient Mike. Got
95?
a Spanish-style question mark here.
Well, it needs to be more upside down.
Yes, it is unfortunately right side up.
It's time to take your medicine.
Cleo. Oh, okay, so these do match to the names outside as well. Right. That makes sense. 270 milligram on that previous one, and this is Adam gets
700.
question marks.
Oh, is it all question marks? I was.
Well, it's question mark 00.
Oh wow.
Okay. That's for
There's
other
a lot of stuff
intractable
in
tables
this
here.
room.
This is a mastermind problem. Correct color, wrong position. Correct position, wrong color. I actually kind of wish that they'd not given us that information and it was trying to find out if it's a mastermind problem, but that requires that you know what a mastermind problem is. So it's inaccessible in some ways, but
Yeah.
Unfortunately, they can't just ask you at the start of the game, do you know what a mastermind problem is?
Have you ever played Mastermind or John, Mike, Cleo, Adam? Question mark? Oh, it's just a total, no? Just a total amount. Like we go across we just add up their doses?
Yes. So John and Mike add up to 700.
Oh, the question mark is a missing digit.
Yes.
That's why it's in the beginning. Okay. 50
So
question mark? Is that got it?
X95 and 50X.
Okay.
50X. Well,
The X
50X
has to be
has to have a 5. So 505
So that's 505.
plus
95 puts us at 600, and didn't we need to get to
195.
700? Yeah. 505, 195.
and then it's their missing ones in order. Although Cleo isn't
Okay.
missing any, so it's weird. Cleo and Adam add up to weird, but then 1,000 is the maximum, so they add up to 300, and Cleo is taking... Oh no, that's not 270, it is 2 question mark over.
Okay. 210, some 00. Okay, so then it must be a 0.
0 and 1, yeah.
And this is a 1. Yeah.
So that means in order we have 5, 1,
1.
0, 1.
Bingo.
Nice.
Egg?
Egg?
This is a fairly well-balanced centrifuge. Although I can't say that I don't know. I guess you could have a 9-spot centrifuge. That's fine.
Very true. However, I believe this is just going to match directly over here.
What is it saying about the empty spot? It's kind of weird, right? Because we have to align it.
Wait, no, this has more on it.
No, they're both 9.
They are
Aren't
both
they?
9?
1, 2, 3.
Oh, they are
4,
both
5,
9.
6, 7, 8, 9.
Okay, so...
But what's the right orientation, right? That's the thing.
I believe we're going to be... Yeah, something's missing because we're missing the final piece there that we need. The correct orientation, I think, is just the triangle at the top. Triangle's at the top of that one, so it sets it for us, but we have to solve another puzzle in order to get that final piece, which is probably this one, to be honest.
The dial. Okay. White bottle, correct color, wrong position. Black bottle. Is it talking about the ones to the left there? The bottles
Yes.
to the... Okay. Oh. Okay. I see. For the rows. Okay.
Yes, it has played 4 rounds for us.
I see. And we're asked to play the final round. Got it. And the question is... correct color, wrong position, correct color, and position. Right.
Mhm.
But if this is like Mastermind, this doesn't say that the green bottle is in the right place. It says a bottle is in the right place. Yep.
So in Spire Arcade, they actually have a Mastermind problem as well, and I got
really?
juked out by that because I
I remember you
played.
telling this story. Yeah.
I remember the origin of it as well. It's because I played Harry Potter, one of the earlier implementations on the PS1, had a Mastermind problem in the dungeon they go through at the end of Philosopher's Stone. Or Sorcerer's Stone for the American audience. And
Wait.
that was actually the black in the right
that's right.
position would be in the actual position you were specifically looking for. So we know on the top
is
line...
it called Philosopher's Stone in Australia?
Yep.
Why did it translate differently for English speakers?
So I think what it is because it's related to the story and mythology of the Philosopher's Stone, but I don't know why they changed it specifically for America. I know America is like the largest market that has Sorcerer's Stone.
That's so weird because Philosopher's Stone I had heard before. I thought that Sorcerer's... I thought it was a trademark thing. That's funny.
It's
Okay.
it's possible it
Okay.
actually was a trademark thing. Like there's a trademark
Yeah.
specifically extant in America that was the
Yeah.
thing.
Maybe.
We
Okay, so we have what?
we have really good learnings actually from the very top 2 lines. So
We do. We have 2 positions, and they are different.
we have
And we know the second position has to be one of green, red, white, or blue, or yellow or blue, I guess.
Mhm.
So it's not the pink. It's not the orange. Ah, I see what you're saying. So it's this red.
Yes.
So we know where the red is, and then there's another one that's somewhere correctly.
Mm-hmm.
Cool. And then the bottom white, and we know where red is, and it's not orange. Oh, we know the bottom one too.
Mm-hmm. So the bottom is definitely the lemon color, and then this midline has green and blue repeated from the top line. The top line has all of the correct colors. So one of the green or blue is in the correct position.
And it's blue.
It has to
'Cause it
be
can't
because
be
the
green.
red. Exactly. So it goes green, red, and then finally the deep blue.
Boom.
Nice work.
Okay. Finish time is 15 minutes after some hour, and shifts are 9 hours.
Mm-hmm.
So we're just looking for another piece of info.
No rows may repeat in any row or column. Wait, no numbers may repeat, excuse me.
There's rows in these rows. You got to be careful.
So these add
You
up to
don't watch
3.
yourself.
One has to be
They'll
there.
start putting rows in your rows. All right, it happens quick. And once
You-
it starts happening,
You
there
can't
ain't
get back
nothing
from
you can
there.
do. You ain't never gonna undo it. Is what I'm trying to tell you. Once they put the rows in your row. So presumably we have to put numbers in each of these strange dominoes that either add, subtract, or multiply to create the number that is represented.
Yes.
But then also rows and columns. Okay. And some of these were preset or no?
Yes, there are 3 of them that
Oh,
are
good.
preset. I immediately went for the ones that seem obvious on the face of them, such as, which 2 numbers add to make 3? Well, that's a 1, baby. And that also gives us a line that is unique in all spaces, because it also had to be 1 for that reason.
Right, nice. And you're totally right that the 24 needs a 4 and a 2,
Mm-hmm.
but it's just a question of which position.
Well, if it can't repeat in a column or row, it's got to be the 4
Then-
there, and then it's got to be the
yeah.
2 here. But then the
2
problem
there.
is, what 2 Oh, it's 3 and...
3 and 1. And we're already constrained on the 1. Cool.
Also truth. Which means that has to be 1, which means that has to be 2, and then it starts filling itself out.
4.
What 2 numbers become 8? 4.
It just solves itself.
Damn
Be
it.
undone.
Oh,
Okay. What's this? This is going to be our other start finish time. Oh, 9. Wait, was the other one finished though?
yes.
Okay. So,
So
then
9:15 's the
start time is
start.
9:15. Mm-hmm. Whoa.
Yes.
'Tis 9. This is a very weird way to do clocks. So then 1800 hours, which I guess is 6 p.m. if you're not a military time. Cool.
And there's our
It's very
final kid.
strange that it's only in the quadrants. Like, I feel like I would let you use all of the hour marks there.
Yeah, definitely. Definitely what I kind of imagined was I was going to be dragging individually. But the majority of the interactions appear to be not wanting you to drag individual physics objects, which might just be a kind of like game design constraint.
True. They're not really physics objects.
Okay, and then that one was
Ah.
off, and that one was off, and then that was off, that was off. Maybe it's the complete inversion. Wait, no, that is how it was. So we'll do the complete inversion of that then.
Mm-hmm. Boom. Out for on. No, in for on. Interferon.
What the hell?
You are the
Am I
answer.
the only one alive?
You?
A lot of blood on the ground.
Wow.
Am I the only
That's a
one
lot
alive?
of blood.
The blood,
The blood of your brothers and sisters will help you.
This is starting to feel more like a saw trap than anything else.
Yeah.
Okay, so these
Would you like
messages
to
are
play a
written in
game?
blood, and they're also 4 spaces, so those probably create names, and then you are the answer means we click Alex in a row up here.
Yeah. Okay. I would just start slamming those green balls into slots. Yep.
Looks prettier that way. Oh,
I think
we
we
get
solved
start
it.
of the cipher. J-Wait
Okay.
Jen.
Okay. So John is umbrella person, sideways table,
An 8 with a shield.
8 with a shield.
Okay, so we need to look for anyone else that shares letters with John.
Smart.
It's really interesting as well. Nox shares 2. That's going to be super useful because that'll give us. Well, I mean that'll give us K and X, which I guess X is useful for Alex, but K is not particularly. Well, K gives us
Still,
Mike.
it's all. We're reducing.
Very true.
Yeah.
It's very true. So we need to find a symbol that has person as the 3rd and 8 with a shield as its 2nd.
Okay. That ain't it. Oh,
Nope.
that's some of the letters, but it was wrong.
There we are.
Bingo. Okay. What do you call that?
It's
a shark. It actually kind of looks like something from Homestar Runner if you look at the face.
It does. Yeah, you rotate your head and it's like Homestar Runner coming in for a kiss.
Yeah.
Or like, oh god, it kind of looks like grade A under A, the YouTube turned drama turned dramatic turned quitting YouTube turned. It's a long story. It's
Hey, I just play video games, dog. I don't
not
know
a
any of
particularly
this.
interesting one.
There's also a candelabra here, or no, it's a coat hanger. It's a coat rack. What do you call that? The thing that you put
Coat rack.
coats on? Coat rack? Yeah.
Mhm.
Coat rack. A
Um,
rack for coats?
or a half-assed menorah. I
The
can't be
face that I see
bothered
on
with
the
all
left
of
is
these
the cheat.
candles.
It actually wasn't Homestar Runner. I see the cheat's triangular head, but then I don't know what is going on below the cheat. We're not worried about it.
Mhm.
It's very
Okay.
recognizable. So what was that? Nox?
Yes, that
And
was
now
Nox.
we go find Mike. We look for Homestar Runner again in position 3.
Homestar Runner in position 3. Do we have any other information relevant?
Oh, what is our name?
Alex.
We're Alex? Right.
Oh, we don't need
was-
any other information relevant because no one else has a K in their 3rd position.
Yeah, we have Nox. And we're Alex. So the fourth letter is our 4th letter,
Yes.
which is the half-ass candelabra as you called it. That's what we're looking for now.
Okay,
Oh, but it might not be in the room. We might have to build our whole name.
Yeah,
I was
think
just
we
gonna
have to build
find
our
Alex.
name.
Okay.
Oh, right, yeah. So I'm going through trying to build the whole cipher. We don't need to do that. We need to find the individual pieces of it. However, what we've just discovered is Mike, which will give us the E, right? So we know the E is the 7 that's feeling a bit spicy. Spicy 7.
Okay.
We
Okay,
might
so
need
so
to use
far
the
we
other
know
ones.
Spicy 7 and Coat Rack, and we need an A and an L. How can we get those?
L.
Oh, we just did Mike, so we can get Maya. Because it'll have 2 letters the same, and its first letter will be the same as Mike.
Yes.
Which was a squiggly bit. Yeah.
So there's
Little
our
6.
A.
There's Maya. So A is kind of a grumpy face. Kind of a monobrow grumpy face.
Yeah.
It kind of looks like the face on the Thwomps in Mario.
It's this.
Yeah, exactly. I've got glasses, so it doesn't, it gets messed up.
Yes. There
I'm
was
still not used to this, by the way. I didn't have glasses for my whole life. It's within the last year that I got glasses. It's very strange.
I've only ever known you with glasses.
For you, this is very normal, right? But
Mm-hmm.
my childhood friends will not know me with glasses or a beard, and so
My childhood friends
strange
would have
times
known me
indeed.
with a beard. It fell out when I got about 14 years old. I did it all reverse puberty. I am Benjamin
Little
Button,
Benjamin
by the
Button.
way. Yeah,
Yeah.
hadn't mentioned it before.
A
It
little
wasn't
accelerated though.
just a touch. Oh God, what does that mean about our next? Ooh, my next 10 years are gonna be wild
Really wild.
and conclusive, apparently.
Oh God. Okay, so we just need an L.
Okay, the Atom doesn't give us an L. Who does give us an L? Cleo gives us an L, but Cleo would
And we have
need
E.
information. Yeah, we
So
have,
we have
e.
our E.
Oh yeah, and we
have
have
O.
we only need an E in the third line that isn't our own. So the E
And we're
is
not on the
which
wall.
again?
Oh God.
I think the E is the
so
backwards 7, the spicy 7, was it not?
Spicy 7, right? Yeah.
Yeah, because that's Mike.
X is Homestar. Spicy 7. Okay, so we're looking for another Spicy 7, position 3.
It's here. That's Cleo.
Okay. And what are we trying to get out of it?
There we go.
L.
Yeah, this is an English
Corkscrew.
professor writing and.
I just saw corkscrew instantly.
Okay.
Okay.
So A
Corkscrew.
L
Spicy 7.
Spicy 7, then Homestar Run.
It's Candelabro is the last one. It's Homestar Runner was our identifier, but X was actually the coat hanger, coat rack. Gosh, coat object. It's a coat thing. You definitely do coats with it.
It is it works alongside coats, but it is not a coat.
A coat associate.
I like that. Well, will you allow me to please take this piece? I would like to maybe.
Literally, it's just green. Oh, green piece.
I called it piece. You called it green. It's a green piece. Good organization. Yeah.
Frankly, we're pretty brilliant, I think, at this point.
Ooh.
Oh, green piece.
Ah.
Green
Ooh.
piece is made of these.
Who am I to disagree?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm not seeing anything unique on the other side here. So it's a final in a pattern. It appears. We need to figure out what the end one is. We've got the final green piece, so pop that down there.
Something is... Okay. So we have... Is there something on the other side? Or
There
do
is,
we
but
not think
none of
are
these
related?
appear to be unique.
It's just a thing. A thing is happening. Okay, let's see if our puzzle brain works here. Blue, green, red becomes... We lose the top left corner. And we get down to red, blue.
The bottom right corner propagates out into the other two. We can see the black becomes both of those. We can see the blue becomes both of those. So that means that the two green pieces are on this diagonal.
Okay, good call. We know that bit. Okay. What's happening in the top left corner? It might just be cycling. Blue, empty, green, red, black.
Don't have enough information to
Blue.
ascertain a cycle from that.
That's all the colors, isn't it?
It goes, yeah, blue, empty, green, red, black. It could go blue. There's two different solutions there. Cool.
I think, yeah.
Ah, now that opens the other side. Got it. 1, 2, space.
Oh, they're positional. Like, there's a top, middle, and bottom.
Yes.
Where are we interacting with this?
3 vertical. That is a good point.
3.
It's a good point. Well made.
Number is...
Okay.
Greeny
so...
Mans. Top, nothing. Middle, nothing.
Nothing, middle, nothing.
And then it was middle, bottom, I think. On the... top, nothing, middle, nothing, and then in the second to last column like that, and then, yeah, bingo. Oh,
Oh, it's middle on the final.
Middle. Nice.
The sound it plays when you succeed is exactly the same as the sound of training a unit without them saying prostoma afterwards in Age of Mythology.
That's a nice sound memory. But how's the mouth feel?
Puzzling.
Can't really put a pen on it.
I like
Are we
this
done
level.
with that whole room?
Yeah, we just
That
got
level was
the key for the next.
Oh, it gave us a key. Okay, I didn't see the final piece. It's a key card.
Yes.
Actually, it's a QR code. Do you want to try to scan it? Can you look at it in the inventory?
I imagine it's just been taken out of our inventory.
Dang it.
That might not be high fidelity enough for me to do it. But
Yeah,
I
know.
actually have a
it's
QR
probably
scanner on my
nonsense.
phone. I want to know, because I know that games do
Right?
things like,
Oh, I love those kinds of Easter eggs.
why am I trying to angle my phone like I can get an angle? It's great.
Start turning your monitor around, trying to go behind it.
This is how I play racing
Oh.
games.
Imagine if this were VR. You'd be totally hosed. I mean, true, or maybe it would actually work.
just sneak my phone inside my headset and tilt my head.
Oh man.
What
How
is
you
this
feeling? Do you
place?
want to keep doing rooms? Do you like?
Yeah.
I mean, I could sit here and play this game all night.
I
sure.
would love to at the absolute
Okay.
least do one more room.
Let's do it. Yeah.
Previous
I'm
one was
digging
deeply
down.
intriguing.
Na.
This also appears to be the final with its key of 3, but that also seems to be opening up into a totally new area. Although, you know, like with the density of puzzles in a game like this, how long are they likely to be? Are they likely to be closer to like an escape room experience?
These games are never more than a few hours, really, right?
Which makes me feel like how much of a peak is the peak?
Well, I mean, we set the record with 420 hours with Astronarch. What was our shortest? Probably Luck Be a Landlord.
Yeah, probably
Hour
all
and a
that.
half, something like that. Hour and a half to 2 hours is kind of that's like the promised land, but also so is 4 hours and 20 minutes. Like any amount of time is the promised land as long as it's the good time.
To whatever the game would prefer to be. 3 and 2 lay here on the ground. We also we probably have a solution aligning these.
Oh, weird. Yeah.
Something like that. There's a 1 there as well. Do we have a 4 anywhere?
Is it saying
The positions you stand in to assess.
oh,
Yeah, bang on, friend. You're absolutely bang
Okay.
on.
Okay, so 1 is Z. Unless that's 1 is maybe it really is like a connect the dots on something.
No, I think you're right. 1 is Z. Seems right, and then 2 is. If I'm standing directly on 2, we see no
What does it
symbol.
mean? Maybe built. Okay, what do you see on 3? Okay. Now at least there's a bit of a. You know what? We should try to figure out where we can put this stuff in. Like, where are we even going to put this stuff? Because that might. Is it here? Oh.
Oh, yeah. This is another representation of the puzzle we've done before. 1, 2, 3, because there's 3 in this line. 3 across here as well. That covers your 1.
right.
That covers your 1, and then that means that's up there.
Nice. You just have to. Okay. Curious. Where do we take this? Paper with circles. Gray goes to blue, goes to green, goes to yellow, goes to red, and then we have like a flow graph with many things ending in the center.
Which tells me that the outsides are probably gray and the insides are probably red.
In the corner.
Right? something that donates to all of its edges is not necessarily gray. Because
Well, is the origin point the bottom right corner? That's an origin, at least. And then ending points are the center and the bottom left.
Can be.
But we should go find where this goes in anyway.
Also true. Ooh, you cannot see it.
See it.
And oh, you cannot see it, right? So what's missing from these? Well, a 0 is missing here. That's a 4 that's missing there.
4.
That's a 1.
1.
5.
And that's a 5.
0415.
I just honestly, I couldn't. The part of my brain that would have solved that turned off because of how horror the writing was for "you cannot see it, you cannot see it," and it's like, what? There's a
You
key
cannot
inside
see
my
it.
kidney,
But
No.
it sees you.
yeah.
And your kidney has eyes as well. Sorry, a corollary to the previous. So we just got a pipe from that.
824222. Okie dokie. And what? Those are slides.
Mm-hmm. One thing I appreciate about this game is
Ooh.
the way that it locks you into a single vista. Now, and also the way that it limits the things with which you interact. I think it results in far fewer red herrings than you might otherwise experience in similar kinds of games.
True. Although it is, I like the kind of, what do you like, out of the box, you know, kind of expansive divergent, the kind of divergent thinking that is required for puzzle rooms where, you know, you need to pull things in from all the different puzzles. They kind of all interrelate. I really like that kind of divergent thinking, but I also agree that you're much more likely to get really frustratingly stumped because of how many red herrings there will be. That's very true.
There's a huge amount of value in each, and each of them have their kind of like strong suits in terms of design. But I think specifically for escape room kinds of design, this one really helps.
So can you put multiple on this? Can you
Good
put
question.
multiple on a single thing? No. Okay.
No, it just inverts or rather replaces. So we have 8,
And is
2,
there
4, 2,
anything
2, 2.
visible on these slides? Like when you hold them up, can you see something about their barcode?
Not really. However, there are 6 lines on each, right? And we know that one of them, we know that they're 3 digits in one instance. So if we can find one of these slides that the last 4 are, there we go, line, ... line, ... right? And then the first is 4. So if that goes there, then I don't know how we would deal with the non-multiple digit ones, though. That's the problem I'm having.
2s, 4s, and 8s are all there are. And did you identify that 4 is two dots in a row? So is there a 3 dots in a row? There'll just be more lines at the end because line is your delimiter, right? That's what you're saying. So dot is 2, dot is 4, and presumably dot is 8. And the lines are just dividers.
Yes. Which means
So for
this is
2,
the
we should
2. It's just
a
line,
single-
line, ...
Yeah.
Which makes the 8 this one. Good point well made about
Nice.
the delimiters.
I really couldn't see them very well, so I was basically following what you were saying about what they looked like to try to solve that.
I'm glad it was clear enough to utilizing that. Okay. We don't necessarily know what that's the key for
It's
yet.
triangles,
so we'll come back to it.
Rhaps. That much I know.
Wait, hang on. Are you sure about that?
Wait a minute, that card. Nope, it's definitely triangles. Can't
They are
confirm.
triangular. And
1, 2, 3. Oh,
yeah.
look, it's the Z. It's the 1Z.
Zorro. And then
And remember 2 was just that, right?
I think so.
And 3 was the bottom left one. It's the little memory so strong.
Well done. I
Cool.
jettisoned the other two symbols than the Z there.
The Z was easy to remember. Something is missing. Is it that can?
Yeah,
Ooh.
but unfortunately it's in there. You can't get it out. All right, we need a hammer. We can smash this down, I'm pretty sure. Interesting.
Okay. More puzzles.
Ooh. Ah!
But the
Okay.
clue, yeah.
So we get
Oh.
our base.
Nice. Yellow. How does that green yellow?
'Cause a
Green went into it.
leads into
Right.
yellow.
I see what you're.
Mm.
And so then that means the
Wait, no,
fourth
but
on the bottom is blue.
gray can lead into yellow, which means that it just has to be above it in terms of the order.
Oh, you're right. You're right.
However, 5 in a line must be all of the colors, because otherwise you
Right.
can't get a full ordering.
Yep, you're right. And then
That's our
that's a
free
termination
line.
point, so that works. That works. And now we just have to figure out what things feed into it, right?
Mm-hmm. So red doesn't feed
top-
into anything. Sorry?
The top left is an origin point, which indicates to me that it's gray. There's only one other gray in our selection, and so I would presume that it's at the beginning of a line, because nothing can feed into the gray.
There's also
that
2
make sense?
more spaces that nothing can feed into, though.
Oh gosh, you're right. Those are origin points too. No, my bad. I somehow didn't even notice them.
Okay, so across this top line, though, we do have... no, this is inverted. 1, 2, 3.
Wow, weird. And that yellow is a termination point, so it doesn't have to terminate in red,
Mm-hmm.
nor does it have to originate in gray. Originate, terminate. All right.
It
But,
might
like-
be easy to constrain this by the fact that we do only have that one extra gray, as you'd previously mentioned, as well as one
Yeah.
red.
Right, and we have 3 blues, 2 greens, so we're going to be visiting blue a lot. Pretty much anywhere where we could have a blue, we're going to want to have a blue. And blue is... Oh, okay, we have 3 origins, don't we? So 2 of them are blue and 1 of them is gray?
This has to
Ah.
be the gray because it's greater
right,
than yellow
'cause
and
it's
it's
a
also
blue.
greater than blue.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
Smart. And then the termination there is either yellow or red. The middle tile? Right, because it's coming after a green.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
As far as we're aware, it could be either. Oh, which
Top
means
right
we...
corner.
Sorry?
Go ahead.
It,
Go ahead.
it just means we want to look for things that are constrained in 2 different ways, but we only have one location for it, and that's the one you just noted.
Yeah. So top left or top right corner, there's something before it, and it's feeding into a yellow,
Mhm.
which means that it has to be green or blue. Cannot be
Mhm.
gray.
And gray goes to blue, goes to green, goes to yellow,
Yep.
leaving
Yep.
that path.
Nice. There we go. This is really what this is. We're just trying to find smaller, flip-flop those, right? Gray, blue,
Yes.
green, yellow.
Yeah, sorry.
No, it's all good. This is fun.
This is
I like
super
to think of
chill.
these like if you wanted to, rather than representing, so this is a fairly tight representation, right? But you can imagine expanding this out and like representing them as like tendrils, right? Like the full chain of things that they could be. I don't know. There's really cool visualizations and just kind of ways of thinking about graphs and graph theory that I really like.
Mhm. It seems like a lot of these are like, okay, so we have a puzzle, right?
Mhm.
What thematic representation could we give that puzzle that will obscure what it is from its base form of like, this is
Right.
Mastermind, this is, Picross,
Right.
for instance.
Right.
As well as being thematic.
Picross. That's the thing I was trying to think of earlier. Picross.
Yes. My
How did
roommate
you-
plays a hell of a lot of Picross.
Really? It's a cool. It looks like a good Zen experience.
Definitely does.
Okay, so we have no more grays, and we have 2 origin points. So we know those are blue because we have 2 more blues. Is that too much of an extrapolation?
Right, because nothing can lead into exclusively blues at this point. Good point.
And so the middle left is either green or yellow. We know that.
We know this one is also similarly either green or
Green, yellow, red.
However,
Yeah, it has to be green, yellow, red because there's a full chain, right?
Exactly.
Just like you did in the top right corner.
Exactly.
Those are flip-flopped. The red and the yellow. Bingo. Nice. That's actually been my favorite puzzle, I think. Even though it is kind of, it felt very, in a way, it's kind of brute force, right? Like you have to sit there and work out all this stuff, or reverse engineer at least, but I enjoyed that. Hey, that's the knob we needed to go play claw game, too.
I do like the ones where they provide us a cipher that we need to understand on a deep level before we can then emulate the solution afterwards.
Yeah.
I wonder if these extra knobs around here are any instruction for us. That it would be amazing if that one was, because it's clipping into something else there.
Yeah. I like how that knob grows out. It's actually a flower.
What we got was a knob seed, which you have to plant there, and then we've, of course, been growing it lovingly over the course of the last 6 months, but we just sped it up instantaneously.
Well, you wouldn't want to represent that in the game.
Of course.
You know, it is still a game, after all.
So they do have white dots, which show their base orientation. Oh, also, we did unlock this room as well, which is probably relevant.
A thing. There's like a boiler or something?
Oh.
Whoa. Pipe game? What the heck?
Yes.
Okay. Straws. Straw-based technology. But what do the numbers do for us?
Great question.
Is it...
The only interaction
Can we
points
take a
are
step back so I
placing
can see
these
what's
between them. Yes, sure.
What's coming into it? Like, what is it? Are they? Do you think it's a copper pipe? It's like plumbing. It's water coming in or something.
I imagine it's probably like synthesization of some drug. Synthesis of some drug. Yeah, there's a better word than synthesization.
No, it's synthesization, baby.
Hell yeah. Get that wordery.
These are doubled up.
Visually, it reads a little bit to me like the flow puzzles in BioShock 1. Obviously, a completely different.
I'm trying to figure out
of interaction.
what a zero would mean. Does zero mean you don't use this? Does it have to do with how many things are flowing into it? Is it its position? It can't be because we start at 2. So what does that mean?
I think what might give us some information is there is a 4 on the board. However, there are no 1s. Nothing is ever led to by only 1 point, because obviously it has to have an inflow and an outflow. So to me, that says the zeros have no interaction in the board.
Yep. But then what the heck is that 3 doing over there on the left?
Oh, you have double lines and single lines. So
the 3 must be a double line. Those 2 3s are connected by a double line because the 2 has 1 in and 1 out, and the 3 gets 1 coming in from the 2, and it needs 2 going out.
Yep.
Okay.
100%, you got it, bud. That's gonna be
now we get
that there then.
Cool. So those 3s are done. Those 2s both need some outflow. Nailed it. And then, yeah, it's gravy, baby. Now, but that 2...
It wants to double line across, right? Oh no, it can single line across. It just has to double corner.
Right.
3 and 3
It
gets
doesn't
out of
care
that.
about. Yeah, yeah.
And that's a double corner as well.
Mhm,
I like this one. I
mhm.
like this one. Oh, wait. We also have
This
to
is good
fulfill
fun.
these over here.
And so the 2 going to the 3 would have to be, yeah, singly. But then it's a double going to the 4, and it's got to be a double going out, which is perfect because that's a 3. 2s. 2 into a 3. Double corner for the 3. Bingo, bango. I
Hell
feel like
yeah.
most of that puzzle was trying to figure out what the hell is going on. Like
Mhm.
staring at it for a little bit and then just like finding the pieces. Yellow piece. All right.
So one of the sides of the final solution wanted a yellow piece, but there was also one that wanted an orange piece, which tells me we may have one unsolved puzzle around here still. It's possibly not in this room though, because
What if we have to mail the devs?
got it. I'll look
physically?
up their address. You start the letter.
Okay. I'm
Oh,
trying
it's
to,
probably
I'm
on
not
one of
sure
the
what I
QR
wanna say,
codes. Okay, let's get the QR code out of this so that we can do that.
so we can scan it. Oh, yellow piece seed. Oh, open sesame. Okay. Ah, okay. So we want to find the orange piece seed so that we can get the rest of the answer, or do you think this is enough?
It can't be enough. I mean, previously
know
they
that-
demonstrated a single thing like this where they juke you out of thinking what the other ones are so you can't brute force. So,
Yeah, we have too many knobs for that to be the full solution.
I mean, we didn't really look over in this direction. Maybe there's a...
True. Oh.
You can
What
see
was
they were
that?
preparing the puzzles in here. Oh.
What are we missing?
There's a puzzle vista we haven't seen almost. Ah, bye-bye. Hello.
Research diary. We have finished all phases of the investigation. We can now start mass production of the drug.
Okay, so it's
Okay.
definitely a medical experimentation kind of situation. That's blood there, clearly. Quite sanguine in its color. We already solved this, so...
Yeah.
Oh,
Why
it
does
gives you
let
the
us
ability to look at 'em.
reinvestigate? Ah, you just... Oh,
This
what
is-
did we ever do with these triangles?
We didn't.
That's... Okay. Where did they come from?
I don't know
Where
where
do they
they
go?
even go. Where do they come from?
Triangle, bro. Maybe back in the boiler room, actually? Maybe there's something that we missed in the boiler room in the corner. Like over there on the table, there's like a white table in the corner. And or this.
Seems quite bare.
Agreed. Can we just
Did that one?
pick up a yellow? Can we just create our own yellow piece? Like, it seems like...
Yeah, let's pull this one out of here and then see if we can paint it orange and see if it's accepted by the other side. Curious. Very curious.
There's nothing in our inventory right now, right? Maybe we take these triangles somewhere else? Nope.
Maybe they're not even representations of triangles. Maybe they're representations of, well, how many triangles there
The
are.
an-
1, 2, 3, or if it's one of those nested triangle solutions, it's 3, 1, 2, 3,
Yeah,
4,
these are hard.
5.
Yeah.
1, 3, 5. How does 1, 3, 5 help us?
Do you think that this might be the rest of the solution for the knobs?
Oh, wait, they're not. Okay. So I thought it was going to be now put 1, 3, and 5 in here.
No, just keep going. Yikes. Maybe this is knob solutions actually. Or maybe it's saying 2, 1, 3. Oh, can we still interact with the thing where we put in the answers to the numbers? That was so vague. Will it still let us interact with this? Because Maybe it's saying now do it again, but in the order 2, 1, 3. So it would be reverse F, and then Z, and then C.
Can't click them.
Okay.
The more I look at this, the more I am convinced that it is the nested 5 thing, the nested triangles thing, specifically because
so 3,
this
1, 5
doesn't make a nest.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, that would make it 3, 1, 5, which
maybe that is an answer to our knob puzzle. Actually, maybe we don't need to lift the other flap. Maybe the flap will lift when we solve this. That's like pretty big brain for this game, though. So this is kind of metagaming, but that feels like significantly harder than anything that this game has done so far. It's been pretty linear, like find the puzzle, solve the puzzle, get the piece for the next puzzle. And there's 3 blue pieces here, right? So it's like 3 greens and 3 reds, and we only have 2 positions that are off.
So with the red cancel sign on each, I'm imagining that you do not want to put that facing that vertice.
Right.
I imagine the other would be more information. Like it would be, again, those 3 triangles as well as marked off vertices, just telling you which you cannot use.
Yeah. Or maybe,
If that is, then we can brute force it by,
what are we missing, Rhaps?
Trying.
Where is it? Is there another room we have to go to?
This would be a 9 force. It'd be a 9 brute force there.
What did we get from the boiler puzzle? Was that the orange piece?
The boiler puzzle. Yeah, that had a slot that just gave us the yellow piece earlier.
Is there a puzzle that we didn't pick up the piece from?
It is possible. I'm not going to mark it as unlikely even. Hup! Oh no, that's just set up for a puzzle. Doesn't even get us to interact. This was resolved.
What did this give us? That gave us the thing for the gray, blue, green, yellow, red. Graph theory.
Up.
Puzzle.
I walked past
How many times did we pass this? Oh. Well, okay.
We got it.
We found it. Step 1, scout the puzzle room. Step 2, scout it again. Oh, interesting. Okay. So
I think it's emulating the same, so it's just green also can't go north. Right.
Okay, so the greens are all east.
And
the reds are all east. And the blues, and that can't work. That can't be it. Because we need this to be actual information. So the third one is either green or it's red. The first one is either green or blue. And the second one is either red or blue.
So, assuming the cancels can't overlap, blue has to go west. But the cancels have to be able to overlap, otherwise this gives us no information. Unless that's also just demonstrating what green is.
Well, but now you haven't solved green, right? So the suggestion is that we need this to reduce to 1. And that's why I said the first one has to be green or blue. The second one could be red or blue. And the third one could be green or red. And so if the first were green, then the third, then all greens would be east. And then that would mean that the third one is red, which means reds are west. And then that would mean that this last one is blue, which means blues are north. Did that work?
No.
Why?
Why? Have we got anything else that gives us an indication of... I mean, we've got a lot of things that give us indication of color, but specific ones. Anything environmental that might be contributing here?
You know what? I think we might be simple minding this actually, because we've got a lot of knobs and they're kind of like ordered, right? We have blue, blue, green, green, red, red, blue, red, green. Maybe what? Yeah, the first one is 1, 2, 3. Yeah. You see it, right? You see it? Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. So in this left side, it's not the top and it's blue, so it's not the right or the bottom. Yeah. So number 1 is west. Number 2 is north. Yeah.
You're cross-referencing, like, this is the number and these are the color modifiers, right? So
That's right.
if it's the first in order, it's not top, and also it's blue, so it's not the other two directions as well.
Yeah, so it's west. And then the second one is north. And the third is north.
Mm-hmm.
And then green is 1 here, so it's east. Red is east, and then red is west. And then blue, it can't be north here, it's actually west. Red, east. Green, north. Dude, that one stumped us pretty good. It stumped us first by eluding our ability to find a puzzle so hard that it gave me hiccups, actually.
Mm-hmm. I think
Incredible.
actually something I spoke about before, like the puzzles that I really appreciate, giving you a cipher that you then decipher to get, you know, the base rule of the game and then move from there. Because I was looking at all of those and trying to create a individual cipher out of those and then going down here, I actually juked myself out by how I solved other puzzles.
I juked myself out too, and I should have seen it when I was like, well, the first one could be green or red, and the second could be red or blue, and the third one could be green or blue. There are 2 solutions to that, right? Like, just like 2 rotations, I think.
This is the QR code for the text keycard.
Oh, did you get it? No way, it says keycard.
This keycard grants priority access to high-profile personnel. Any personnel must carry a keycard at any time. If a keycard is found lying around, then the founder must return it to the local administrator. Official authorized keycard. Do we
Nice
maybe
room.
pop this keycard in the...
Just want to look. Maybe just look.
I just want to see what's going on
Just
in
look.
here.
We don't need to solve it. Probably. But we'll look.
Oh, of course.
Someone has to. It won't look at itself. It's a puzzle room.
It damned
Okay,
well
we
is.
gotta. We probably got to do like a couple of these puzzles.
Of course. Oh, absolutely, of course. Door
Okay, door
open
plus light bulb.
light on certain numbers.
Here's our light bulb.
Light bulb equals A_B_C_D_.
2, 3, 1, 3. But then why is it in a grid?
And why are there bars?
Yeah. What do they mean? Okay. Well, here's a piece of information that we own. And isn't the thing that's on the door like a spinny wheel enter the number business?
Is indeed.
Spinny wheel enter the number business. Yep, number 0 through 9. Okay. 4 of them. Okay.
Interesting.
And then there's some other stuff though. Because there's also this.
red is greater than 60, blue equals red, green equals yellow, and 60 is greater than yellow, which is also greater than blue. Okay, and then we're finding out their individual numbers. So this is a math problem similar to what we've done before.
Okay.
So, can't unlock that for the power yet.
We need the knob key, the knob seed.
So we have our interactables.
This is interactable?
Oh no, we have or rather we have the set of the things.
We've scouted the room.
Go into this problem.
Well, we can do that. We can do the knobs for sure.
Oh yeah,
because I already started shelving it. This red it only has two choices. It's either 70 or 80.
It has to be 80 because there's no 5s.
Yep.
It's
so we know that one.
Position, and that means this.
And then that means
40.
this is 40. And if yellow is less than 60, and green plus blue equals yellow, then green must be 10. Easy peasy. Key squeezy.
Oh. I like the presentation of things like this. Like there are a fair few games that have like escape room mechanics, or just, God, what is the name of the series? I think they were published on Newgrounds for a particularly long period of time, and I think they were Japanese, but they were games where like you'd go into a telephone booth, right? And there'd be all of these problems like this scattered all around. Yeah. And as you solved each of them sequentially, they would open some part that would then reveal to you another piece or another puzzle, which then opens another part, and they just keep folding out.
Yeah. Yeah. And you know what the wildest part is? That when it's in class, people hate algebra. This game is just algebra. The whole game is just a bunch of algebra with pictures. Well, if I've got some unknown, we'll call it blue. And 2 of blues equals the red.
Mm-hmm.
But squiggly red is less than, we'll use numbers this time, 60. Okay, we got some voltage business. Oh, fun. Linkies. How do they, whoa. Okay, it flipped, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
These are fun.
These are indeed. We can see that we need 440, so obviously we need the 40, right? And then we have to get 100 together, which is easily gotten with the 150, 150, and 1. So we want all of these turned on ultimately, which tells me we turn all of those on, right?
Mm-hmm. And
then we turn those off, and we turn those on.
Yep. Bingo. Oh, we're looking through the floor? Yep. Okay.
This is also a 4x4 grid, similar to the one we have over here.
Oh, that's what the lines are doing, is they're helping us line this 4x4 grid up.
It's
Two
a door!
lines at the top.
It's the double doors here, and then it's the single door behind us.
Single door. Okay.
So
A, triangle.
B is also
B,
triangle.
C, square. And D is third. D, square. Triangle, triangle, square, square.
So is it 3, 3, 4, 4?
That would be consistent with previous ways of doing this.
Of course. But it won't. It says, but door plus light. And the light is there, and then door is out there. So maybe it's just adding 1 to the top digit, and then it even lines it up perfectly.
Wow. Wow.
Yep.
How kind of them.
6, 9, 6.
Nice.
I really like that one.
Easy peasy. That's fun. Ooh. Bad.
Bad name.
Bad name. He's got a bad name.
What's his name? Bad.
He's got a bad name.
Ooh.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, you always have to throw like a hyperball at these, otherwise they teleport away.
Hyperball. The director made me change my password, but I still use my birthday. Anyway, I have saved the new password of the door in the locker. Okay. My birthday, December 12th.
Don't use your
Don't
birthday as
use
the
your
code.
birthday as the code.
Oh, it won't even let me try it. Okay.
Change of guard. Nani.
Interesting.
Okay. Okay. Do you think this is more names? Bad name.
Well, I mean, these are vertically aligned, and they're the same
Mhm.
vertical alignment as the Fyros reel in there. However, they are changed
really?
in order. This is YENM. If they're NMYE would be name for us, the previous reference.
Yeah. Good call.
We also have something there too.
There's
But then
kind of a
these
lot
are
of
the A,
stuff
B,
in
and
here.
across.
Pretty
Definitely,
dense
definitely
room.
are.
Yeah, Rhapsody. I'm pretty sure that these are numbers.
Are you sure?
I'm pretty certain.
Okay, I'll take your word for it, but they don't look like numbers to me. Ooh, it
It's
wants us to pull attention to this for some reason.
my birthday because it wanted us to notice my birthday. Is there something else going on with this calendar?
Like, does it form
Wait,
maybe a
wait.
grid?
Yeah, actually, because remember, it said the director made me change the password from my birthday, but I still use my birthday. So it was probably 12/12 before, but now it's a different way of representing December 12th, right? And so maybe it's like you said, it's the position on the grid in some way or something.
We've got 4 across and 4 down, so it doesn't match a 4x4 grid. Let's have a look at you again.
Fire, hose.
This won't even let us
Is there-
interact with it.
So there's nothing. Yeah. What in the heck?
What the? What the heck? Hey? I mean, I guess the grid is differently ordered in there than anywhere else.
Yeah.
Doesn't seem to even give
And
us
there's
a
no
possible
interaction with that, right?
Ooh.
Okay.
We got ciphers we can see through here. 1 4 across at the top,
mm.
2 3 across at the top. 5 why?
Maybe we can open the little vault on the desk, actually. Maybe we have the pieces. Oh, what's on the wall over there to the left of the door? Is it just the door opener?
Left of the door. Yes.
This is just the birthday code. Okay. And then to the right is the filing cabinet. Ooh, WXYZ.
Might be an alphanumeric keypad kind of situation. Oh, there's also the change of guard, which we haven't even looked back at recently. Wait a sec. So that's a 3x3 grid.
And can you turn these or what? Oh,
Turning them
Change of
turns
guard.
all their
Do we-
adjacents.
do we just need to get them all to noon?
Oh, yeah, that's probably
Is
it,
this
right?
just is this just another one of these puzzles?
Let's do the least simple ones first. Oh. There you go. You're noon. You're noon too.
It's like Rubik's.
Mm-hmm.
One-sided Rubik's.
Locking anything in locks everything else out.
We're close, actually. We're really close. Some stuff will have to be mucked up. One way I like to think about these is like, what am I going to click last? And how do I need to line up the things around it to make that work?
Mm-hmm.
Right? Because like if you click the top left corner right now, it just, they're all synced. And so what else is synced with where we start?
That which gets us to here. And both of those corners need to change. We can change both of them at the same time, but well, I mean, we can never, with both of these being synced, get to a correct solution because they're in opposite directions. Which tells me that we need to start there.
Left side. Nice, nice, nice.
Aha!
Smart to break it down that way. That was really clever, Rhaps. Nice.
Thank you.
Man.
So it wants an order of these pressed.
Okay.
Well, A.
And we think
Mhm.
we think that that's based on the file cabinet and the lockers, right?
I think so. It's just if A is first and then B, and then how do we know their height as well?
Well, okay, so we just get numbers 1, 2, 3, 4 from both. Are we
So-
pressing 4 buttons or are we pressing all 16? Right? Maybe we do like one we put the 1s together and the 2s and the 3s and the 4s and we press only 4 buttons. See what I'm saying?
But the ones together and the trees. So the A and the Y, we
Y.
press the intersection of A, Y.
Yes. Yeah, as number 1.
Okay.
And then yeah, we'll just find all
B,
the pairs.
And then 7 pi. That says no.
Interesting.
So wait, was the first A? Yeah, A
It was-
Y. So A Y
AY.
B E 7 N.
7 pi.
It accepted that one.
Okay.
It's triangle M has to be the final. Okay, yeah. So it just wanted me to do them all in the same cycle.
All together. Got you. Cool. Nice solve. And now we have the cipher for the password. Paper with numbers. Indeed, it is a paper with numbers. But there
Floor?
also are letters on there. And it's got 2 swords. Oh my.
1 and 6 across. 2, so they don't necessarily meet.
All those squares add up to 9 on the back, on the bottom right. I think each of these represents a number, like a solution.
Mm-hmm.
And look, and it's telling you what the z is. Okay. And so you got to figure out for each square, you got to figure out what the pattern is and then solve it. Okay. So W squares, 1, 2, 3, 4, 0, 1, 8, 9. Are these just sequentials? 1, 2, 3, 4, 8, 9, 0, 1, 0, 1, 2, 3.
Mhm.
W is 1. Okay. 3, 4, 1, 8. 3, 2, 2, 7. These just add up to the number that's in the middle.
Yep. So this is a 6.
So the X is 6. Yeah.
So
so
we have
1,
1,
6.
6. Yeah, 5s across, 7s across, so it's 4
Nice.
for Y. And then the Z here is... Where's masters? 9.
I solved the bottom
9,
one before.
1.
All of the squares add to 9, yeah. So it's just a 1.
So it's
1,
1, 6,
4, 1.
4, 1. 1, 6, 4, 1. Don't use your birthday as the code. Don't worry, I don't intend to. You let me hit the code, please?
Aww. Wait, no, the code that we just got might be the code for this thing on the desk.
1, 6. Wait.
4, 1, I think. 1, 6, 4, 1.
Oh, no.
Nice.
No,
Oh,
it
really?
doesn't want that.
Interesting. Then this is something else, and we did solve the door, but now we need the thing to activate it.
Mm-hmm.
What the heck is this? Oh, that's still the birthday. So this is 12/12. Because that's what he was saying. It's still my birthday.
I love that it's even written on the wall, but it's invalidated by the text.
No, this was 1641. Nice. That's fun.
That is real
All these
fun.
number puzzles are so cute.
It has taken us to another very large open area. Ooh, wait, there is an exit actually. Oh,
To the
gosh.
exit, Rhaps. We can't do it.
I mean, that doesn't seem like too large of a room.
I know. It's so tempting.
It is deeply tempting.
But the peak has been taken.
It has been taken. This is not going to be a good demonstration of something that you can then go and purchase. That is true. Should we complete it here? However, I will say there is another Tested on Human games. This is Tested on Humans. I can't bring up the... Yes, Tested on Humans Escape Room. And then there is another Tested on Humans something. Let me just quickly check what that is. I will link the other one as well. If this has piqued your interest, you'll be able to find the link to Palindrome Syndrome Escape Room. So they release a series of escape rooms. There's also an escape room bundle. In fact, I will link all 3 of those in the description down below. So yes, you've seen some solutions to some of the puzzles. However, there is another game that is full of its own entirely that you have not seen by the same developer, as well as the end of this one available.
That was super fun, Rhaps. This was really enjoyable. Yeah, I was kind of worried, genuinely going in. I was a little bit like, how are we going to 2-player the 1-player first-person puzzle game, you know? Because it's kind of hard. Ultimately, lots of times I'm kind of very audio kinesthetic learner anyway. And so sometimes you got to get your hand on and move things around. But honestly, it felt really smooth. Like I felt like we were able to coordinate and collaborate quite well.
It's interesting because you'd mentioned previously, and you mentioned this in the atmospheric stream as well as you were going into puzzles, right? That you were trying to avoid trying to solve the puzzle before you try and do the puzzle, right? Get in there, get your hands messy, see what's up, and then go backwards.
Try some things.
It seems like this game definitely benefits from the other direction, right? Because trying some things will give you what we did in room 2, effectively, right? Like, you are lacking enough information to be able to just try enough things to get the thing as a solution. So if you are very much the similar direction I mentioned previously, analyze all of the available elements that are relevant to it, and then try and decipher that into the puzzle solution, and then try and input it into the game and see how it works, then this is definitely a puzzle for you.
That's, I think, something that I like about puzzle games, and maybe games in general, is that the more of them you play, the more it encourages you to learn different ways to learn, and to really embrace a broad toolkit. You know, and to be willing to say, okay, this mechanism isn't working, so let's try some other mechanism.
I can think,
very fun.
Like instantly, I can think of 20 other puzzle games that I played in my life that the other way, you need to experiment with it and see how it works, and then come back with your learnings from that in order to figure out the solution. So
think about how many puzzles came into this, right? Like your Mastermind experience made that a really easy puzzle. So the dots are connecting.
Also true. GG, Teak. G-dang-G. Down in the description, along with the links to the Steam store page for Tested on Humans, as the Escape Room Palindrome Syndrome, the Escape Room, as well as the bundle that has both of those, you will be able to find the channel links of my compatriot here. The old YouTube, Twitch, and even Patreon are all linked down there. For the moment, though, unless I'm forgetting something, am I?
No, you've definitely been Rhaps.
And you've definitely been Teak. Hopefully you've been enjoying yourselves. And hopefully we'll see you next week.